Hello YouTube, I'm Vince White. I'm an employment attorney, and on this channel we answer publicly posted questions from YouTube users, getting folks the answer they need from an employment attorney. Alright, we have been answering a couple of questions for YouTube user Bell in Hell. Excuse the cough. Now, Bell in Hell has asked us a bunch of questions we've answered. I'm not going to go over the history. You can find those questions on the channel. But the lay of the land, as far as I know, is Bell in Hell filed discrimination claims with the New York State Division of Human Rights. And about 20 hours ago, Bell in Hell started going back and forth with us in the comments, describing what's going on with her attorney and asking for, I guess, help, asking to discuss the issue. So, my gosh. Now, Bell in Hell says, "Hi Vince, thank you for answering my question. Much appreciated." Smiley face, thumbs up. Absolutely, happy to help. But the whole Division of Human Rights thing, proving your case seems really complicated. Yes, proving a workplace discrimination case is complicated and confusing, as you noted. No question there. I agree with that entirely. Which is probably on purpose the way things are run in New York City. I agree with that too. That's probably accurate. So I responded, "Yes, many folks opt for an attorney to help with the New York State Division of Human Rights process." Bell in Hell responded, "I know, and I have one that doesn't want to be involved with the DHR. I need help." I responded, "I don't understand what that means." And because in my head I'm like, how could an attorney take a case in the New York State Division of Human Rights and then say they don't want to be involved in the New York State Division of Human Rights? Didn't make sense to me, right? So Bell in Hell responds, "It means that I told him I need an attorney to handle my Affleck claim, but suddenly he just wants to get me my commissions paid and nothing more. I don't understand either." Okay. So I respond, "If you hired an attorney to handle your Affleck claim, that attorney definitely wouldn't suddenly take on the additional work of a New York State Division of Human Rights claim. Those are two widely different lines of work and two very different processes." Bell in Hell responds, "I know. I thought I made it clear that I'm waiting for a decision from the DHR. He said that I have a good case and suddenly changed to, I'm going to try to get your commissions paid only. I don't know what to do with that." So then I responded, "Okay, so he's hired to represent you in the New York State Division of Human Rights, and he is telling you that he wants to lower the demand to just commissions." Bell in Hell responds, "Correct. He said he didn't see any discrimination." Okay. Bell in Hell responds, then what? Oh, then I respond to Bell in Hell, "Then why would he take on a case in the New York State Division of Human Rights where you litigate discrimination claims?" And Bell in Hell responds, "Excellent question, counselor. I'm thinking it's less work to tell the Affleck attorney to pay my commissions and then take 1/3. But that's not what was agreed upon when he called me. I don't see anything I can do about it. I don't know what he'll say if I get a hearing. I need help." Okay, so here's the deal, Bell in Hell. I see two possible likely stories for what's going on, and there's a key factor, a key data point that we have to explain as well from the other questions. The investigator at the New York State Division of Human Rights has been kind of clear with Bell in Hell that the investigator does not believe she has made a viable discrimination claim in the state division. We've had questions, we've had back and forth trying to help her with that, trying to discuss like what she would need to prove to have a viable discrimination claim. Which three elements: you need a negative workplace consequence, and the thing that's happened to you has to be at least in part motivated by your protected class. Right? That's discrimination, right? You need a protected class, negative workplace consequence, and the protected class has to at least partially motivate the bad thing that's happened to you. That's a discrimination claim, and under federal law and New York state law. Now, that leads me to believe the fact that the investigator's like, hey, you didn't put together a full claim here. And the fact that also Bell and Hell is kind of like, well, it's complicated to make a discrimination claim, which it is. I agree with you, Bella and Hell. And now the attorney as well is saying, listen, this discrimination case is not going well. Let's get you those commissions. Those three data points make me think the attorney just got into a case and then the case wasn't healthy, wasn't good. Like they were lacking a key component on the case because the investigator says it's not good. Bell and Hell says she doesn't really understand what you need to do to make a viable claim. And the attorney she hired is like, yeah, I don't see discrimination here. That's bad. Now, I have questions though, right? Even if that's true, and the attorney's like, let me go get you those commissions. Okay, that's a service. That's a potential service. The attorney goes and collects the commissions for Bell and Hell. But it's not what the attorney was hired to do. And does Bell and Hell want the attorney to get a percentage of those commissions when he or she collects the commissions? And that's a tension right there, right? Now, the second thing that's going on, or could be going on, is this attorney got onto the case, said some big stories. They talked big, right? And then said, hey, there's these easy to collect commissions over here. And if I get you those commissions, you should settle the whole case. I can get those commissions for you in like 2 hours. And maybe the commissions, I don't know, we'll call them 20 grand. I have no idea how much they're worth. So I guess Bell and Hell says that the attorney gets a third, which is low. That's shockingly low in this field. But, especially in New York. Now, if that attorney goes and collects 20 grand in commissions for Bell and Hell in 2 hours, that attorney's going to pocket $6,600, roughly, give or take. And that's not bad for 2 hours of work, right? It's not bad. You're making $3,333 an hour, right? That's okay. That's a pretty good hourly rate. That could be what's going on. The only reason I'm not saying that I think it's what is going on is because the investigator is like, you have not shown discrimination here, right? Like, according to Bell and Hell, the investigator from the State Division, who doesn't really have a motive to say this, was just like, you've not made your case. And when you talk to Bell and Hell a little bit about the case, she's like, yeah, I don't know what that means. And then I'm like, well, this is what it means. This is what you need to do to make the claim. She's like, that's complicated, which, fair enough, it is. But it kind of makes me think maybe the attorney's not being dishonest when the attorney says, like, oh, yeah, this case is not what we thought it was, right? So, Bell, I'm not trying to in any way be negative towards you. I'm just trying to read the situation from far, far, far away where I don't know anything about your case, right? And where the investigator and your attorney are both like, yo, this case is DOA. This is not, you did not have the evidence you needed to plead this case properly. That may be true. And you might be about to take a loss and get a no probable cause finding at the New York State Division of Human Rights. Which would be unfortunate. Now, right now, before you take that NPC, you do have some leverage. And it sounds like your attorney is trying to get your case settled using that leverage. I don't know if you want that. If you do want that, time is of the essence, because you're about to take a no probable cause finding, it sounds like, based on what the investigator's telling you. So you may want to use that leverage now, right? If you don't want the case to settle, and you believe you're going to get a no probable cause finding, then it may behoove you to pull your case out of the State Division and get your right to sue letter and bring all of your federal, state, and local claims in one action in federal court. Although, based on what I'm hearing, it may be difficult for you to find counsel to go on to federal court if multiple parties are telling you, like, hey, this case is not, like, it's not holding together. This case is not where it needs to be a case, right? And Bell and Hell, I don't know. I only know what you told me. But you said you needed help, so I decided to try and take some time to really talk through what's going on here. And from what you're telling me, it sounds like the case has a fatal flaw in it. And if that's true, it doesn't mean you weren't the victim of discrimination. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying, though, is that you have multiple people whose job it is to evaluate the viability of employment discrimination claims. And it sounds like these multiple people are telling you it's not viable. If it was just the attorney, I would be skeptical. But it's not just the attorney. It's also an investigator, and it's you. Like, you're saying, like, I don't know. I don't know what to say when people say, well, why do you think this is discrimination? And if your response to why do you think this is discrimination is, I don't know what to say, I suspect that case is DOA, dead on arrival, like just not in good shape. So at that point, use the leverage you got, potentially. Or think long and hard about how you're going to rehabilitate this case. Like, how are you going to show why you believe it's discrimination, right? You need to show the why. This is why I believe it's discrimination. These are the things that happen. These are the data points. These are the pieces of evidence that make me believe the bad thing that happened to me was motivated by my protected class, right? That's what you need to do. You either need to do that or use the leverage you got while you got it and get something out of this. That's my best read of the situation. Obviously, I'm not there. Obviously, I don't know the case. I don't know the attorney. I don't know anything about. I don't know the investigator. I don't know you. I don't know these bad people who did bad things to you. This is all my best guess. Anyways, Bell and Hell. This is probably the last question I'm going to answer for you. I know we've been doing a lot on the channel. I know you have a tendency to post your questions repeatedly, so I try to answer. I'm trying to get you the help I can. But it sounds like your saga here might be drawing to a close. I just really hope that it draws to a close in a way that is good for you. I hope that you get a check. I hope that you feel some wrongs have been righted. I worry that may not happen based on what you're telling me. And I want it to happen for you. I want good things for you. So, and also this video may have sounded negative. It's not intended to be negative. It's just trying to be frank and honest. Like, hey, this is happening, and it makes me think that I have some concerns, right? All right. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Helps the channel to grow. Take care, everyone.